it's Sue here again from Sue's Dog Rock Knife Kitchen, and it is Easter Sunday today. I think it's the 12th of the 4th, 2020, while we're living through a crisis of shutdown, close out, whatever I called it, lockdown. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, so sorry, every day mingles into the same day actually here, I'm afraid, and probably for you too. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what I was going to cook for our dinner today, just because I have some chicken and I thought, what can I do with it? So these are what you call oysters, chicken oysters they're called, which is a nice part of the chicken, really tender. And I just buy them in a big pack. I've defrosted some of them, and that's what we're having today, with the skin on. And I'm just going to make a simple chicken Kiev with them. That's Sue's version. But I've got some ingredients here, so I wrote down a recipe here, but it will go a bit off track, as it always does, because I don't do anything by what you're supposed to. I like being like that. So anyway, so it says here to add, you need 6 ounces of butter, which is 175 grams of softened butter, okay? So here I have some butter, so I will just weigh out 175 grams of the butter, okay, onto these amazing scales here. I do have other scales, but today I'm using these ones. But they're not very good for if you want precise measurements, I've noticed, because I can't understand what they say. So 175 grams is quite a lot. So, yep, still quite a lot. It's quite a lot of butter. Oops. I reckon that's about it. Near enough the whole of the butter that I've got out of the fridge today, which I got out this morning. Yuck. So into a bowl we're going to add the butter, okay? So that's 175 grams, give or take a few grams. And then we need, right, this is optional, half a lemon rind. You can use optional, you don't have to use it. So I'm going to use a bit. So I'm going to just grate a bit on the rough side of the lemon, so you get little bits of lemon in your mixture. You can make it finer than this, but I like to actually taste it. And also you need the juice of a lemon, which is also optional. It says 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, so that's enough lemon rind, I think. That's nearly the whole thing. This is a very juicy lemon. The juice is all coming out. So I hope you're having a good Easter Sunday in 2020. I hope you're not all killing each other now. Being shut indoors together. So, and you've got a nice garden you can sit in or go for a nice walk. So I'm just going to take the pips out and then just throw that in there. It just basically says to throw it all together and then just squeeze the lemon juice out, which I just do with my hands, just like that. So that's the whole lemon. It says a tablespoon of lemon juice, okay, so that's probably about a tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay, so you mix that together with the butter. Nice smell of lemons on my hands now. And then you need to add to that 1 teaspoon of garlic. You can use crushed garlic for this if you've got cloves, but I'm going to use my garlic puree that I have. So I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic puree to the mixture. Okay. Then I'm going to add a bit of salt and pepper. So I'm going to add this salt, the granulated one, and a bit of pepper to it, which is on my grinder one. So this recipe is supposed to make enough for 6 pieces of chicken. I've got these tiny pieces of chicken here, so this should be more than enough to do that. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of parsley. Oh yes, I haven't got any parsley, by the way. So I'm going to use thyme. So I haven't got any parsley, so we're going to use thyme. I don't think it really matters what herbs you use. Just use whatever you've got. Don't go rushing out and buying herbs. Use whatever ones you've got in your cupboard. It doesn't really matter. Make the Kiev your own, okay? So you've got to combine the butter with the lemon juice and rind and the salt and the pepper and the parsley and the garlic. And then you beat it up. Beat it up. Okay, so I'm going to use my little whizzy thing for this. So I've got my cling film out, and I'm just going to get as much off of the, anyway, so we've got our cling film, and we're just going to cut a piece off and lay it on the table here, and then we're going to get our mixture, and we're going to lay it onto the cling film, like so. You can do this however you want. This is the way I'm doing it. Just as long as you get it into some kind of shape, so you can cut it once it's hardened up. Okay, because you're going to cut it to put it into your kievs. And once you've wrapped it in the cling film, you can manoeuvre it around quite easily. So that's our garlic butter, basically. So I'm just going to roll it up in the cling film into a shape. You see it? Move it over here. I'm very dark, the camera. Move it. So just roll it into a shape that's going to be easy to cut. So you're going to cut it into slices once you've done this. You can twist the ends like it's a sausage. Like that, see? So that's our garlic butter. So what we're going to do now, for quickness, I'm going to put it in the freezer, and I'll be back once this is frozen. Not frozen, but gone hard, so I can show you how to slice it, okay? Hello again. I just want to show you how to flatten the chicken for the Chicken Kiev we're doing. So on this plate, I have a plate of what they call oysters, oyster chicken, okay? I buy these from my supplier, so that's what they're called. So I'm just going to take off some cling film. I'm just going to show you how to do this, okay? So they're only little, some are a lot smaller than others, and they do seem to have a bone in. So I might take the bones out because I don't really want the bones, and I'll put them in a stock pot. Hello again, Sue back from Sue's Dog Broadmouth Kitchen. I've taken out all the bones out of the oysters. I don't know why they're called that, so don't ask me. but I've taken out all the, basically it's like a chicken supreme, okay? But I've taken out all the bones, okay? So what I'm going to do is put 2 in at a time, and I'm going to flatten them. This is what this recipe says to do, so that's what I'm doing. If you can use like fillet, you know, like a chicken breast fillet for this, but I find this cut of meat is a lot more tasty. So I'm just going to bash these out. I don't want to waste these 2 bits. Right, so there's 2 here. So we do the same thing again. They're very scruffy looking as well. But they look nice and tidy after I've done this. Hello again. Right, next stage is to do the breadcrumbs, okay? So it says here we need 125 grams of breadcrumbs, okay? So we're going to get 125 grams of breadcrumbs. I'll just do this 3 slices of bread, shall I? And see how much that weighs afterwards. Because obviously breadcrumbs are lighter than slices of bread. So I'll just do 2. So I've got a crust on 1 slice, so I'm just going to blitz these. And while I'm blitzing them, I'm actually going to add a few more bits of herb into the breadcrumb mixture with a little bit of salt and pepper to give it more of a taste, okay? So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of the thyme. You can use parsley. You're supposed to use parsley for this recipe, but as I explained, doesn't matter if you haven't got any. Just use what you've got. Remember, food is supposed to be fun. Just make it up as you go along. Right. Might weigh that. Well, it's just 100 grams, that is. So another 25 grams, which will be half a slice of bread. Well, I'll just use a whole slice because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the other half. I won't bother to put any herbs in here because we'll just mix it together, okay? There you go, breadcrumbs made. So I'm going to mix these together in this bowl. That's both the breadcrumbs. So that's about 130 grams, which is 3 slices of bread. Okay, so about 130 grams. You need 125 thereabouts, but who cares? I've got a bit more chicken than you're supposed to have, really. This is supposed to be for about 4 to 6 pieces of chicken, but obviously it depends what size they are. If they're small fillets, then this would coat that, but if they're bigger fillets, then you might need to make more breadcrumbs for that, yeah? Because I've only got this amount of chicken, but they're only small, so once you've rolled them up, you're just putting the breadcrumbs on the outside, so they're not going to be this big once I roll them up, okay? You'll see what I'm on about when we get to that bit. So that's that bit done. And then, so you need your breadcrumbs, then you need some flour, just for coating, and you need an egg, okay? Because you're going to dip them in each thing. A bit like doing batter in a piece of fish or bread in a piece of fish. It's the same principle. So you need breadcrumbs, you need flour, just put it on a plate like that, just free-handedly, it doesn't really matter, doesn't need to be precise. It says here an ounce of flour, so there you go. And then an egg, preferably a large egg. You might need 2 eggs. I'm going to do 1 of these big eggs and 1 of these really little eggs. See? These are our eggs from our bantam chickens that we have running around our garden. They're laying eggs in the chicken house right now. And they seem to be laying eggs. The other hens, the bigger hens, are not laying any eggs at the moment. So we have these tiny little bantam eggs. And this is a normal egg. But that is an extra large egg. That is quite a big egg, actually. That's more like an egg, more size. But look, even then, it's still huge compared to this tiny little bantam egg. So I'm going to use 1½ eggs, basically, which I'm going to break into this bowl. I'll start with the little egg. Yep. Right, so I'm going to just fork them up a bit. And that's what we're going to use to dip bits of chicken in. So I'm going to have to go and get some cocktail sticks now. I've got some upstairs. Hello again, Sue here from Sue's Dog Broth Kitchen. Right, I've decided to change this a little bit because these pieces of chicken are not doing what I need. So instead of using these stupid little sticks that aren't working, I'm going to actually I'm going to roll it in bacon, so to hold it all together. That's what I've decided to do, and that's that. So I can't get it to stay together otherwise, because these are only little bits of chicken, and I don't want loads of these sticks, and then you've got to pull them all out when you go to eat it. So I'm not doing it the way it says, so I'm doing it completely different now, as usual, Sue's way. So it's Chicken Kiev with a twist, with bacon. So they will basically be cooked the same as a Chicken Kiev, but the bacon is actually going to hold them together. So I've rolled them up, and now I'm just going to put a slice of bacon over each Kiev. And that will definitely hold it together. To make sure that the butter can't come out. So I've still had to put some cocktail sticks in them to hold them together. Because the whole point of a Kiev is to keep the innards in there. The butter, you're trying to keep the butter inside, which is obviously better if you've got bigger bits of chicken. These are a bit too small, but still it doesn't matter, it seems to be working now. You could have just made them into little fillets and made a pocket in them. But I still think you'd have had a trouble if you're trying to make Kiev, because they're quite small pieces of chicken. But still, this is what I wanted today. So I have to just grin and bear it. I'll get another piece of bacon. So if you put the bacon the opposite way, it's going to hold in the ends. Still need to use a cocktail stick, sorry. Can't get away from it because you've got to pin it together. That seems to be working. Let's see if any of them have any butter left in them. I've never done Kievs like this in my life. I've done Kievs before, but I've never done this particular way of doing them. But still, we live and learn. They're probably brown enough. I think we hold them together alright, so I'm putting these in this pan now. Well, hopefully I'll be able to fit them all in here. That's 3. And we've got another 4 to go. I'll make quite a few. I didn't mean to make this many. Just goes to show, it's because when the chicken defrosted, I thought, oh, I better use all of that then. I don't want to. You can eat these when they're cold. It'd be nice cold with salad. throw that one in. Well, not literally. Another one. Just got to remember to take the sticks out. Don't eat them with the sticks in. That wouldn't be good. I might have to do another bit of egg. I drink my wheel, I don't think I'm going to have enough egg. I have to do another egg for them last two bits. I'm just about going to have enough breadcrumbs. Good. That's that one done. I'm just going to go and wash my hands and get another egg. Right, I've done my egg. I'm just going to dip the rest of these in. Just turn these over. Turning them two over, and then I'm just finishing off with these two. And we're nearly there. Quite a messy job this. Kids would love to do this, but you might not want them breaking up the chicken Kiev, that's the only thing. You've got a big white fragile with it. Quite fragile they are. Once you've got them in the pan, that's the job done really. Then they just stay together. This is the last point where they can just break up. Once you get them past this, you'll be fine. Nearly there. Last bit. I'm not wasting that egg, it's going to go in my egg fried rice. Right, that's done. Okay, I need to wash my fingers. Once I get the coating on, it's like fish. Once you get fish coated, it gets really big. You could start off with a tiny piece of fish, and then by the time you put all this on and you batter it, it comes out a great big fish, which most of it is just the batter. Anyway, I'm going to keep this egg because this will be handy for the egg fried rice in a minute. It's brown now, so I'm just going to put them in the oven. I'm going to put them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll see if they're done. I've got to try and fit this one in there. I'm going to put them in a bigger pan. Everything's gone wrong today. That's it. Right. Managed to get it in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of chicken Kiev, right? So I'm going to put these in the oven now on the bottom shelf, and I'm going to leave them in there for 10 to 15 minutes to make sure that the chicken's done. Okay? And if they start browning too much, you can always cover them up with a piece of foil, but absolutely make sure they're cooked in the middle, okay? Hello. So in here, I've just got some egg that I've just broken up and been cooking in a wok, okay? And to this, I'm going to add the rice that I already made, and all the water's gone. So I'm just going to add that to it. And then to this, I'm just going to add a little bit of veg. You don't have to. You could just have it as egg fried rice. Don't add any veg to it. I'm just going to add a little bit of veg. Or maybe I won't. I might just have it as egg fried rice. So So I'm going to add a bit more butter to that. I've cooked it with fat with some coconut oil, and now I'm just going to add a bit of butter to it, and you can add some salt and pepper to it. I'm just going to test it first before I add salt and pepper to it, because I did have salt and pepper in the rice. So I think we'll just have this egg with rice and the chicken Kiev. Chicken and bacon Kiev. Got bacon in it. So I'm just going to cook the rice, and it's not very difficult. So I'll come back with the finished product, okay? So I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Hello again, Sue here from Sue's Dog Rock My Kitchen with the final product of the Chicken Kiev with the egg fried rice, and I've done both. So this one is my partner's one here. So you can have this with whatever you want, but we're having it with egg fried rice today and just the chicken Kiev. So my partner has two, I have one, and that will be enough for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Sorry if it was a bit all over the shop, but sometimes things do go wrong, and I just wanted to show to you that things go wrong. I have to tell my partner that I can't actually get the sticks out of the Kievs right now because they're really, really hot. So he'll have to just be aware that they're there and pull them out himself when he goes to eat them. Anyway, obviously once they've cooled down, you pull out all the sticks, okay? Because you don't want to be eating some wooden sticks, do you now? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video today, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't, then give me a thumbs down. Please subscribe to my channel and tell your family or friends about my videos, and I will keep making the videos for as long as I possibly want to. And if there's anything you would like me to make, or you would like the recipe for the recipes that I'm making, please leave a comment below on that actual video, and I will then leave the ingredients for the recipe made on that video. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my video today, and I'll see you again soon. So bye for now. Bye.